Greetings ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Blinky's Builds, where I show you all how to build accurate representations of existing and non-existing ships. With today, the P52 Merlin from the Star Citizen universe. The Merlin has had many iterations in Star Citizen, and so it has in Space Engineers, as this is not actually my first model. It is one of many, and many to come perhaps, as this game keeps changing and I keep updating my ships. So from that I have to keep updating and keep innovating with new ideas and new designs. The last patch broke how thruster damage is used, and most of my ships are actually now burning themselves to the ground by the use of clever thrusters that were just in a small spot. Now that spot is too small, so they burn their own thrusters and fall out of the sky. Good example for this was the Y-wing, which is now plummeting after a few seconds. In this format I have two cameras set up. One is the overall camera, so the start to finish camera, and the other one will be sometimes my first perspective view if I want to talk about something more interesting. As here perhaps I want to tell something about why I didn't make the wings pivot, which they do in game in Star Citizen, but in this game it's just too much of an hassle for such a small ship with such tiny wings that can't even fold up right because of the thickness of blocks. So as such I kept them straight out. Now after this, with a minor paint job and some tweaking of the interface, this ship is ready to publish, or at least for a visual view. Now I have to test it and see if it actually flies, because that's one of the things to keep in mind when you're making something accurate. Does it actually work, and are people enjoying flying it or not? So for that I go to the planet. The planet is a good way to test your ships, as it is probably the basis and endpoint for all ships. Of course they fly in space, but do they actually function in planet, gravity, and so on. So that's why I do this, and I'm seeing here that from max speed on towards zero speed it took like almost 20 seconds. So I had to add a few more thrusters forward so that this ship can actually function like a snub fighter instead of a, I don't know, flying brick. And after that, after the intensive testing and some, you know, funking around, I deem this ship ready to use and ready to publish. And then we'll publish it on the Steam Workshop, where I put a little more effort in describing it, taking some nice screenshots, and also then making this video. So for now, I thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the content. Many more to come, many more ships, many more stations, many more wagons. I keep engineering as long as you keep liking this content. And with that, I will end today's episode of Blinky's Builds. I was Blinky, you were the crowd, and I bid you all farewell.